All right, good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday morning, November the 3rd, 2021. And again, I'm pre recording this morning, and it is the morning, the same morning of. So I'm just pre recording earlier today, simply because of things that I have to get done during this time frame today. So apologize for not being able to greet everyone, but good morning. Be sure to greet one another as even though I'm doing this early, that you're all together on at the same time and worshiping the Lord together, and to know that as we're in His Word and we're starting our day together, that He is in our midst, that He is here, and that's our desire, is to worship Him, right? To worship Him in spirit and in truth, and to be made into His likeness daily. That today, as we encounter whatever we're about to encounter today, that we would reflect His goodness, that we would reflect the fruit of His Spirit. Amen. So we're in Psalm. We're going to look at Psalm 3 and then Psalm 63 today. I entitled today's Daily Manna, "But You, Lord, I cling to You," and that's from a part of Psalm 63. This declaration that I'm gonna, in spite of everything, I'm sticking close to You. I'm welding myself to You, Lord. And so if you're reading, when you're going, if you're reading the Psalms in order, and you're in Psalm 3 and you're going through and you've read Psalm 1 and Psalm 2, and you've read these kind of opening assurances, right? In Psalm 1, David says, blessed is, contented is the one who delights in the instructions of the Lord. Verse Psalm 1:3, he'll be like a planted tree over streams of water, producing its fruit during its season. Its leaf never droops, but in all he does, he succeeds. He prospers, right? So you read that and you say, yeah, that's amazing. And then Psalm 2 talks about how the kings of this earth have set themselves against God. They've said the rulers of this world have set themselves against God and against His ways and against His Mashiach, against His anointed one, against His king. And the one who sits in heaven, it laughs at their plans, right? So, and we read in Psalm 2, so He'll speak to them in His anger, terrify them in His fury. I have set up my king upon Zion, my holy mountain. I will declare the decree of Adonai. He said to me, you are my son. Today I have become your father. Ask me, and I'll give the nations as your inheritance, and the far reaches of the earth as your possession. So after reading these really powerful assurances in Psalms 1 and 2, you figure, okay, so David, in walking with the Lord, he's a man after God's own heart. He's a man in pursuit of God's ways. So life should be, he's content. He should be happy and good, and he's in good shape. So, but then we hit Psalm 3, and now these next several Psalms are lament Psalms, where David is facing intense and overwhelming challenges, and so you have this this ongoing, pervasive suffering in the midst of walking with God. So that's the thing. I've talked about this before, that I love about the Psalms, is that you face real troubles, real difficulties, and you wrestle through those things, and you continually have this conversation with the Lord. You continually call out to the Lord. You continually place your trust in Him, or pour out your heart to Him in frustration, in questioning, why, oh God, how long, oh Lord? God's assurances, God's promises don't give us immunity from the threats of the enemy, the threats of the difficulties of our sin-filled world. Right, we are in a world in which the reverberations of selfishness continually affect people. So God says this, though. He says, I'm going to be with you in the midst of it. Right, in Isaiah 43, it says, now thus says Adonai, the one who created you, O Jacob, the one who formed you, O Israel. It says, fear not, for I have redeemed you. I've called you by name. You are mine. When you pass through the waters, passing through the waters, I will be with you. or through the rivers, they will not overflow you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned, nor will the flame burn you. So here David is, it's Psalm 3. It's a psalm of David when he fled from his son Absalom. And we've talked about, these things before, but it's like David, the front end of his life is fleeing from the King Saul. And now he's king and fleeing, and he didn't rebel against Saul, though he was anointed to be king. He didn't rise up against Saul. He didn't kill him in the cave when he had two opportunities to do so. He didn't do that. He didn't try to usurp kingship before it was time. And now, having walked in faithfulness to God, even though he's, not having not been a perfect person or whatever, but having walked and seeking the Lord. Now, though, his son, Absalom, he's running from his son. And so he says here in verse 2, he goes, Adonai, how many are my foes? Or literally, how great, rather than foes, how great are my troubles? How many are my troubles or my distresses? The word he uses is tsar, my distresses. Many are rising up against me. So many are taking their stand against me. So I've got a lot of troubles, a lot of difficulties. They're standing up against me. And the whole thing is described in 2 Samuel 15-19. It says, verse 3, many are saying to my soul. So as they speak to me, it's cutting right to the core of me, to the very center of me. They're saying, multitude are saying to my soul, there is no Yeshua. There is no deliverance. There is no salvation for him in God. So this is what the noise that he's being bombarded with. He says, but you, O Lord, but you, Adonai, are a shield around me. You, Adonai, are a shield around me. You are my glory and the lifter of my head. I cry out to Adonai with my voice, and he answers me from his holy mountain. So there's all of this noise that's hitting him, that's bombarding him, all of these troubles. He says, but you, O Lord, you are a shield for me. You are the glory and my glory. You are the one who lifts up my head. You're the one that holds me up. His eyes focus on the Lord. Of course, this passage right here is the inspiration for a number of worship songs through the year, praise songs. There's one that let's see here. I think I put down two of them here. But one, my glory and the lifter of my head. I don't think I have it on there, but my glory and the lifter of my head. For thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory and the lifter of my head. I cried unto the Lord with my voice. I cried unto the Lord with my voice. I cried unto the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill. My glory and the lifter of my head, my glory and the lifter of my head. For thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory and the lifter of my head. That's sort of probably like a 70s rendition. The one the one that always comes into my mind when I read this psalm is something probably from either the 80s or the 90s. I don't know, but it goes, how are they increase that trouble me? Many are they that rise up against me. Many are they that say of my soul, there is no help for him in God. But thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory and the lifter of my head. But thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory and the lifter of my head. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people who set themselves against me round about. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people who set themselves against me round about. For thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory and the lifter of my head. For thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory and the lifter of my head. I cried unto the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill. I cried unto the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill. But thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory and the lifter of my head. For thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory and the lifter of my head. I love that song. That one always comes to my mind. But then there's another one that has a very different. There are times that you want to sing it with that kind of just reminding power, that reminding energy, that praise that declares. And then there are times where when you're in a place where what something like David is facing, that you just are something that's, you're in a place of just needing the tenderness of the reminder of the Lord, that he is surrounding you, that he is with you. And so there's another version of this verse that says, thou, O Lord, art a shield about me, you're my glory and the lifter of my head. Thou, O Lord, art a shield about me, you're my glory and the lifter of my head. Thou, O Lord, art a shield about me, you're my glory and the lifter of my head. Thou, O Lord, art a shield about me, you're my glory and the lifter of my head. Hallelujah, 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 you're the lifter of my head. Hallelujah, 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 you're the lifter of my head. I love that one. And so he says with assurance now, after he's declared, Lord, it's you. It's you, Lord. You're my safety. You're my protection. You're a shield surrounding me. You're my glory. Not what they say. You're my glory. The fact that I walk with you, you're the one. The reason I can lift my head, it's because of you. So here's the deal. Now I can sleep. I can rest. He says, I lie down and sleep. I awake. For Adonai sustains me. It's that verse right there. It really describes many times when you're in a season of deep loss, of deep pain. You know, I'm sure at some point today, you know, I think about John Caldwell and Sonia Tkach in the last couple of months having lost their spouses, and at times where you wake up and you say, you know what, I go to sleep and the Lord sustains me. I go to sleep and I wake up and God sustains me, and God is my strength. That you, Lord, you're my glory. You're the lifter of my head. My hope is in you and my trust is in you. And I'm going to just wait on you and rest in you. Be still, my soul, the Lord is on your side. Bear patiently the cross of grief or pain. Leave to thy God to order and provide. In every change, he faithful will remain. Be still, my soul, thy best, thy heavenly friend, through thorny ways leads to a joyful end. In you I trust, rest in you I found my hope. In you I trust, you'll never let me go. I place my life within your hands alone. Be still, my soul. Be still, my soul. Your God does undertake to guide the future as he has the past. Thy hope, thy confidence, let nothing shake. All now mysterious shall be bright at last. Be still, my soul, the waves and winds still know his voice who ruled them while he dwelt below. In you I rest, in you I found my hope, in you I trust. You'll never let me go. I place my life within your hands alone. Be still, my soul. Verse 7. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people all around who have taken their stand against me. Even in situations where I feel completely overwhelmed, completely outnumbered, where what's before my eyes would cause me to freak out and panic. You, O Lord, are a shield for me. You're the glory. You're the of my head. You're the lifter of my head. I can rest and I wake up and you sustain me. So I can be surrounded. I will not fear. And then he says, they've taken their stand against me. And he says, I need you, Lord, to stand for me. Arise, Adonai, verse 8. Deliver me, my God. For you strike all my enemies on the cheek. You shatter the teeth of the wicked. So he's even here as he's running from Absalom. He's not asking for Absalom's demise. He's asking for the Lord to discipline Absalom, to take away this power that Absalom is, the strength that he's using, mustering up to rebel against his father. He's saying, Lord, it's you. You stand for me. Deliver me, right? Save me. The word Hoshiani, save me, my God. Strike my enemies on the cheek, right? So there's the striking on the cheek is a humiliation, but it's a humbling, a corrective humbling. And the shattering of the teeth of the wicked is of those who are walking in wickedness is to where they cannot use their wicked intentions to bring any sustainable damage. They can't bite down. They can only gum you. You know, that's the idea here. And so he's saying, Lord, that you take away that you would stand for me. And I'm not asking you to do away with Absalom. I'm asking you to stop him in his tracks and humble him and turn him. And then he closes with deliverance or salvation, Yeshua. To Adonai ha-Yeshua belongs. To Adonai is salvation. Let your blessing be upon your people. And there's a song that we used to sing that honestly when I was a kid, we would sort of, when I was a teenager, when it was talking about striking them on the cheek, strike the cheek of your enemies and shatter the teeth of the wicked. we would sing that with a little bit of fun in our voices, but it just was so. But I always read this, and because of the song, I remember this passage really well, and it just go, "Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God. Arise, O Lord, and save me, O my God. For thou hast smitten the cheek of my enemies. Thou hast shattered the teeth of the wicked. Salvation belongs to the Lord. Salvation belongs to the Lord. Salvation belongs to the Lord. Thy blessing be upon thy people." And so just this song to say, Lord, I need you to stand up. I need you to fight for me. I'm not going to fight for myself. I'm not going to defend myself. I want you to be my defender. I need you. I'm calling on you. Psalm 63 is a Psalm of David when he was in the wilderness of Judah. So again, this is during a season, probably on the first side of it, when he's in the wilderness on the run from Saul. And he says, "Oh God, Elohim, God, you are my God." He says, "Elohim, Eli, Ata, you, my God, you are. Earnestly I seek you." "Oh God, you are my God, and I will ever praise you. Oh God, you are my God, and I will ever praise you. And I will seek you in the morning, and I will learn to walk in your ways, and step by step you'll lead me, and I will follow you all of my days. My soul thirsts for you. My flesh longs for you in a dry and weary land where there is no water." So he's thirsty, he's longing, he's parched. He says, "So I looked for you in the sanctuary to see your power and your glory. Since your loving kindness, since your chesed is better than life, since what I value more than even my own life is your love, your loving kindness, your chesed, your covenant loyalty, it's better than life. So my lips will praise you. So I will bless you," verse 5, "as long as I live. In your name I lift up my hands." And so, when I was little, like there was a tape, we lost it a long time ago, a tape of my sister and I singing when we were like 3 years old, this song, "Thy loving kindness is better than life. Thy loving kindness is better than life. My lips shall praise thee. Thus will I bless thee. I will lift up my hands in thy name. Oh, I will lift up my hands in your name, O Lord. I will lift up my hands in your name. My lips shall praise thee. Thus will I bless thee. I will lift up my hands in your name. Thy loving kindness is better than life. Thy loving kindness is better than life. My lips shall praise thee. Thus will I bless thee. I will lift up my hands in your name." Verse 6, he says, "My soul is satisfied as with fat and oil, like I've had a feast. My soul, the depth of me, is satisfied with the tastiest, with the richest, with fat and oil. So my mouth praises you with joyful lips." Verse 7, "When I remember you on my bed." So earlier he says, I lay down in Psalm 3, I lay down and I go to sleep. I wake up because the Lord sustains me. He says that when I remember you on my bed, I meditate on you. I think about you through the night watches. Verse 8, for you have been my help, and in the shadow of your wings I sing for joy. Verse 9, I love this. He says, my soul clings to you. You know those when you're little, or when your kids are little and they're intimidated and they're nervous and they just grip your leg. They just hold on. Or you're holding them in your arms, and when they get scared, how they just cling to you, that their trust is in you. And that's this imagery here. My soul clings to you. It's the word to be joined together, but it's welded. My soul is welded to you. Your right hand, your right hand grasps me, takes hold of me. But those who seek my soul to destroy it, they'll go down to the depths of the earth. They'll be gutted by the sword and become a prey for jackals. But the king will rejoice in God. All who swear by him will boast when the mouth speaking lies is shut. Right? There's a day that's coming when the lying lips will stop, and the truth, and God's truth, and the truth comes forth with vindication. And of course, there's a song by Shane and Shane, just called Psalm 63, and it's subtitled "Better Than Life." And I don't know if you've heard it or not. You can look up the Shane and Shane Psalms on Spotify or even on YouTube, and they're there. And it goes, "Oh God, you're my God, I seek you. Oh, my soul, it longs for you. My flesh faints for you in this land, this dry land where there is no drink. I've looked upon you in this place, beholding your power and glory, Lord, because your love is better than life is. And I will praise you as long as I'm alive. And in the face of my Yeshua, oh, my soul will be satisfied, because your love is better than life is. And I will praise you as long as I'm alive. In the face of my Yeshua, oh, my soul will be satisfied. You have been my help. Sorry, that's not how it goes. Sorry, it's a bridge. You have been my help. In the shadow of your wings, I'll sing for joy. You have been my help. In the shadow of your wings, I'll sing, because your love is better than life is. I will praise you as long as I'm alive, and in the face of my Yeshua, oh, my soul will be satisfied. Hallelujah, Lord. No matter what season we're at in life, whether we're in the earliest season of our life facing things that overwhelm us, or we're in a later season facing things we never imagined we face. We didn't see this coming. In both circumstances, Lord, we cling to you. We look to you. We call on you. We bless your name. We exalt you. We seek after you. We need you. We remind ourselves, Lord, that you are our shield. You are our protector. There is no one like you. You, O Lord, are a shield around us. You are the glory and the lifter of our head. We cried to you and you heard us from your holy hill. We will continually seek you all the days of our lives, because your love is better than life. We love you and praise you in Yeshua's name. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Shalom, shalom. Have a beautiful day.